How's it going, YouTube? I thought I'd show you guys my helmet that I've been riding with for about a year. I like to do reviews on things that I have gotten them broken into and have thoroughly ridden with. That way you know that my review is legit. I didn't just get it out of the box and put it on, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's a great helmet, here are the features, etc, etc. So, the X-Star is Bell's premier sport riding helmet. It's what like all the GP racers use and everything else. It's just their highest quality helmet that they make, and it's one of the most lightweight. The Bell X-Star comes in a Kevlar or a carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is a little bit lighter, and I got a smoking deal on this one, so I was able to get the carbon fiber for a little bit cheaper than normal. Very light helmet, can't really notice it on your head. It did come with a clear visor that looks like this. And then, of course, you have to get the smoked out visor, which just kind of completes the helmet and makes it look that much better as far as the black and that goldish orange they have throughout the design. So it's got an old-timey racer on the top. Looks pretty sick. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the helmet and everything else. I really like it. So the biggest thing is it's right here is your ratings. It's Snell approved and it's DOT approved. That's huge. I know a lot of people will go out and they'll just get a DOT approved helmet. Snell is a higher quality testing, and so if it's Snell approved, usually that's far better because they do a lot more thorough tests against impact and things like that. Because you can go to Walmart and get a $75 helmet that is DOT approved, but I would never want my head inside of a helmet like that if I ever got in a crash. This is a thorough crash tested helmet, and this will keep your head far safer than anything else. So that's why a lot of people, you know, they want to skimp on certain types of protective gear, and I would always tell them helmet is not, you know, a piece of equipment you want to skimp on. Whether it's a Shoei or a Bell, or, you know, they've got a couple other different high-end helmets, all of them are meant to protect your head very well, and that should not something to be skimped on. But it's your life, so you choose to do what you want. And then some people don't even wear helmets, so, I mean, you know, you can just, I guess having something is better than nothing. The helmet is great ventilation. You've got a few points here. You've got one right here. It's a dual right there. You've got another one up here, and you've got two more up here. I personally have them all closed. I've never had an issue with ventilation or anything, so not a big deal at all. The one thing I do have a problem with on this helmet is the noise. When I first got it, it was pretty quiet, and I don't know if that was because my helmet before that was even louder, but I have noticed that maybe as my head kind of gotten broken into the helmet and everything else, it has gotten quite a bit louder. It's not really bad, but I like a quiet helmet. It just allows me that much more focused, I guess, and so that is why I prefer a really quiet helmet. So usually I'll put like my iPod in, or I'll put in some just small little foamy earbuds. That way it just is a little bit more quieter, or I have something to listen to. That way it's just not as such boring on a long ride. You've got a 3-tab. This is kind of like a 3-tab position. So you've got locked, which is it's kind of like held down. You've got this mid-range, which allows you to open it, and then you've got all the way to the left, which cracks the helmet open if you want a little bit more ventilation, or if you need to get rid of maybe some fog in there or something. So this slides up pretty easily. It's pretty safe in there. I actually really like the fact that you can swap out these visors pretty quickly. They've got one little detachment point right here, which is where you put it on and take it off. Very simple to use, very easy. There's no instructions. You can figure it out all by yourself. It's very straightforward. It's a great locking mechanism. I've had no trouble with it whatsoever, and that is one of the things I do really like about this helmet. As far as the visors go, this stock clear one is crap. I take Windex to it, and it has some kind of material on the inside. I'm not quite sure, but it sticks, and it makes it almost impossible to try to get Windex down there and with a paper towel and just try to wash off the bugs or whatnot or any dust that's on there. This one, however, I have no problems with. It doesn't have that on the inside, and it's really easy to wash it out and everything, and it looks better too. So don't really like the stock clear visor that comes with it, but I do like their tinted version, and I think it's a far better visor anyways. Except when you're going night riding. That's a little bit too dark, so I'll put the clear one back on. So I do alternate them. As far as the inside goes, very comfortable. Haven't had any problems with this helmet. The one thing I don't like is this right here, the ending part. As you can see, it's magnetic. So you'll see it snap on there. And so it's magnetic. That's just one of the things they did. Instead of having it snap, they just made it magnetic. That way it would be easier to kind of just slide and just kind of feel where it is and just stick it on there. Riding at high speeds, especially if you're racing or whatnot, this does flop off. And then this will hit the side of your helmet, or it'll hit somewhere else in your gear, and it'll bug the crap out of you. So personally, I like a snap just because it's much stronger. The magnetic is a great idea. It just, they need to make the magnet stronger or figure out some way to kind of tuck the extra cord loose. That way it can't, you know, come undone. The inside of it, I know it's kind of hard to see. It's a washable liner. I have actually never taken out the liner and washed it. I haven't had any problems with it or anything, so it's good. One part of the helmet that I haven't used, that I've been trying to find some kind of part for, something like that, is it has these inner foam parts that go next to your ear, so you can swap them out and put speakers in there. I'm not quite sure which sound system or which Bluetooth stereo motorcycle riding or anything else like that has it specifically for it, but I do know that one of them has some kind of like speaker that goes in there that replaces that. But when it comes stock, it just comes with little foam inserts that go in there. So yeah, so that's kind of the helmet in a nutshell, I guess. Pretty good helmet, very safe. Love the design. They've got lots of designs, so you can kind of choose which one you want, which one kind of suits what you're wearing, or you know, maybe you just want a pink helmet and, you know, regular black clothing or something like that, just to be the odd guy out. Like I said, I definitely recommend Bell. I haven't ridden any other sport bike helmets. This is my first one, so I can't compare it to a Shoei or anything else. But still a great helmet. I would definitely recommend this helmet to anyone. Another thing you get with it is a bag. Another good piece of gear they send you, I guess, with it. Especially with a helmet like this, it's $600. You know, it's almost a requirement to send a bag. It has a very nice fur lining on the inside of it, which basically keeps your helmet from getting any type of scratches. So that's really nice. And then doesn't really have, one thing I did want is that a separate visor bag. That way you can put your separate visor in its own little slot. I was kind of disappointed but I didn't get one of those, because that was one thing I thought I really could have used, definitely. So that's one thing I would like to see in some of their upcoming packages, especially on a $600 helmet, is, hey, send a bag and also send the extra visor cover. That way it's just kind of separate and you can stuff it in there as well. The bag itself is pretty tight, doesn't have a lot of extra room. It's got one pocket on the side right here, just for, I mean, I don't really know what you'd use it for. A helmet bag, usually it's just for your helmet. There's not really a whole lot of accessories to go with the helmet at all besides a visor, so I guess it's just an extra storage. But it works. They put it on there. So, yep, but that's the review for my Bellstar helmet. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I try to make my reviews as straightforward and cut through the bullshit. I'm not going to give you a bunch of extra details that you guys don't care about. Just functionality and how it fits. So, have a good one, guys. Talk to you later.